All right, let's jump right in. Here at Edge 151, we see a problem that quietly sabotages so many businesses, and that is broken workflows. Think of it as this invisible friction that's slowing you down and, yes, hitting your bottom line. Today, we're going to show you how to spot this silent growth killer. We'll break down 7 key signs we've identified through our work with companies just like yours. Okay, let's do this. So, does this sound familiar? You're a leader, and you see project deadlines just slipping. There's no obvious reason why. Or maybe you notice productivity is dipping, or customer complaints are starting to tick up. Trust me, these aren't just random bad weeks. In our experience, these are almost always symptoms of a much bigger, deeper issue. And that deeper issue, that's what we're talking about today: broken workflows. These are like little cracks in the foundation of your operations, and they often go totally unnoticed while a business is growing, right up until they start causing serious, systemic damage to your time, your money, and honestly, your team's morale. So, how in the world do you diagnose something like this? Well, we've identified 7 key warning signs that basically act as a health check for your operations. Let's walk through them together so you can see if your own business is being held back not by its people, but by its processes. Okay, our first set of signs really focuses on the internal mechanics of your business. You know, how work gets done, or maybe how it doesn't get done, and the direct impact that has on your people. These are often the earliest indicators, and they're usually hiding in plain sight in your day-to-day. The very first sign we see, and this is a big one, is just excessive manual work. I mean, when you have skilled, expensive team members who are stuck doing things like copying and pasting data between spreadsheets, you're not just wasting time, you're fundamentally underusing your most valuable assets. These manual tasks are also a huge source of costly errors, and they make real accountability almost impossible. All right, the second sign is something we see constantly. We call it the tribal knowledge problem. This is what happens when a critical process exists only inside one person's head. So, if Sarah in accounting is the only one who knows how to run payroll, your business is incredibly vulnerable. What happens when she's sick, or goes on vacation, or leaves? The whole thing can grind to a halt. And her third sign? Painfully slow onboarding. I mean, if a new hire needs weeks and weeks to learn how things are done around here from a bunch of different people, you're not running on scalable systems. You're running on that same risky tribal knowledge. This costs you productivity from day one and just bakes inconsistency right into your company culture. So you take these first 3 signs together, and what you get is a perfect storm of internal friction. The result? Lower productivity, super frustrated staff, major bottlenecks that just choke off progress, and a business that, frankly, cannot scale effectively. Now, let's get to our next set of signs. This is a critical turning point. This is where those internal problems stop being just your problem and start becoming external. They start to directly impact your projects and, maybe most importantly, your clients. This brings us right to sign number 4, slipping deadlines with no clear explanation. We find this is almost always because of hidden gaps in your process. It could be an unclear handoff between teams, or critical data that's just trapped in disconnected tools. The end result is always the same: frustrating, mysterious, and very costly delays. And the 5th sign, this one hurts, is when your clients have to chase you for updates. This is a massive red flag that your internal communication is broken. Critical information gets stuck in someone's inbox, or it's only shared verbally, and that leaves your customers feeling ignored, out of the loop, and completely in the dark. The impact here is really severe, and it goes way beyond just internal friction. This leads directly to missed opportunities, to frustrated clients who start to lose faith in your ability to deliver, and ultimately to a loss of trust that causes customer churn. Finally, let's look at our last couple of signs. Now, these are the highest level indicators. They don't just affect day-to-day performance, they impact the very morale of your team and your ability as a leader to make good strategic decisions. So, sign number 6 is a common but really dangerous paradox. Your team feels completely overworked, totally burned out, yet when you look at the actual output, it's disappointingly low. So how does that happen? It's because broken workflows create endless rework, duplication of effort, and unclear priorities. Your people are definitely busy, but they aren't being productive. And our final sign, number 7, is one that directly hits you, the leadership. If it takes your team hours or even days to pull together basic performance reports from a dozen different places, you simply cannot make good, timely decisions. You're forced to be reactive, using old data instead of proactively guiding the business with real-time insights. So there they are, the 7 signs. But what happens when they all start to add up? What's the cumulative damage? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the true cost of all this inefficiency across your entire business. This right here is the bottom line. Inefficient workflows directly drain your profit through lost hours and project overruns. They burn out your people, which leads to high turnover and losing great talent. They frustrate your customers, causing churn. And they undermine your entire strategy by forcing you to make reactive decisions with bad data. Literally every pillar of your business suffers. Okay, I know. It's easy to feel a little overwhelmed by all of this. But the good news is, this is a solvable problem. The key is to stop just firefighting all the time and start with a few clear, actionable steps to rebuild your foundation. So here's where to start. First, map and identify your current workflows. Literally get them on a whiteboard and find the real bottlenecks. Second, document those critical processes to get that tribal knowledge out of people's heads and into a system. And third, look for every single opportunity to automate repetitive tasks and integrate your data. These 3 steps, they are the foundation for a real fix. By taking these steps, you really begin a journey from a state of constant, low-level chaos to one of genuine focus and clarity. And this isn't just about small improvements. It's about fundamentally changing how your business operates for the better. You know, this quote from our work at Edge 151 really gets to the absolute heart of the matter. This isn't just about efficiency. It's about tackling the core issues that drain profit, burn out your best people, and hold your business back from reaching its true potential. And that right there is the ultimate prize. When you solve these foundational problems, you unlock your team's true potential. You free them from all that frustrating, low-value work so they can finally focus their energy and their talent on what really matters, driving sustainable growth for your business. So as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this one question. After hearing these 7 signs, which one do you see most clearly in your own business? Because just identifying it, that is the crucial first step toward finally fixing it. Thanks for your time.